Many people assume the profitability of a CBCT center comes from owning expensive technology, but in reality, ownership alone means very little. In the last video, we explored why dental imaging centers are beginning to emerge as a new infrastructure and investment model within dentistry. But today, I want to go one level deeper, because many people still assume profitability comes from the technology itself, from the scanner, the software, or the cost of the equipment. But in reality, the economics are driven by something much more important: utilization. A CBCT machine is not inherently profitable or unprofitable. It is simply an asset. What determines its financial performance is how frequently it is used, and more importantly, how many clinics are feeding demand into it. Because in healthcare infrastructure, utilization changes everything. In a traditional dental practice, CBCT usage is often limited, and it depends on patient flow, case complexity, clinician preference, and in many cases the machine sits idle for large portions of the day. And this creates inconsistent utilization. And inconsistent utilization leads to poor return on investment. A CBCT machine costing over $120,000, generating only a few scans per day, may become financially inefficient very quickly, because the infrastructure cost already exists, whether the machine is used 3 times per day or 30. Now, compare that to a centralized imaging center. Instead of one clinic generating demand, you have multiple clinics contributing referrals into a single imaging hub. The model begins functioning more like a network, and in many industries, network-based systems tend to become more powerful as participation increases. The same equipment is now more utilized, more efficient, and more financially productive. But something else also begins happening: diagnostic data, workflow activity, and imaging coordination. They start concentrating into a single operational layer, and that changes the economics of the system itself. In healthcare infrastructure, utilization is everything, because fixed costs remain relatively stable. So when utilization increases, margins improve disproportionately, because the infrastructure cost already exists, which means that as utilization increases, the operational leverage of the system increases as well. The same equipment, the same software, and the same infrastructure can suddenly support a much larger volume of diagnostic activity. And that is why centralized imaging models are becoming attractive, not only clinically, but economically. And over time, the organizations controlling the workflows, the infrastructure, and the diagnostic coordination layers may become far more valuable than people currently realize. Because once utilization increases, the economics of the system begins to change completely. The CBCT no longer behaves like an isolated piece of equipment. It begins behaving like an infrastructure. Instead of being a cost center, the imaging system becomes a revenue-generating operational asset. And once imaging systems become increasingly interconnected, something else also begins accumulating inside these networks. And not just scans, but diagnostic activity, workflow behavior, and operational intelligence across multiple clinics. In the next video, I want to explore why diagnostic data may become one of the most valuable hidden assets in modern dentistry. I'm Dr. Robert Appel, and this is Digital Imaging Systems.